Hey, Wes here, welcome back to another vocabulary lesson. In today's lesson we are going to have a look at the colors in Spanish. And I've divided this lesson up into two parts, so today we will start with part number 1, the colors in Spanish. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the first color that we will learn in Spanish is the color black, which in Spanish is
negro, negro,
or if we are talking about something feminine, then we can also say negra instead of negro, so we use the A at the end. But for now, we're just gonna learn negro, black. Alright, then the color white in Spanish is blanco.
blanco, blanco,
Or blanca if you're talking about something feminine. But for now, again, we're just gonna learn blanco. So negro, black, blanco, or white. And then let's move on to the real colors, because some people say black and white are colors, some people say they are not colors. I don't know which boat I'm on. To me, honestly, I consider them colors, but I know that there's like some people that are very sensitive about this topic. So let's just move on to the colors that we all agree on that are colors. So let's start with red, which in Spanish is
rojo, rojo,
so again, the J here has more of a G sound, so rojo. Not rojo, but rojo. Alright, then orange, and we already saw this in one of the previous lessons. The word for orange is naranja. So if you want to say the orange, as in like the fruit, the orange, you can also say la naranja, which means the orange. So naranja, orange.
naranja, naranja,
Then yellow in Spanish is amarillo.
amarillo, amarillo,
And then we have the beautiful color green, which in Spanish is verde.
verde, verde,
And of course, blue.
azul, azul,
And then we also have purple, which is morado.
morado, morado,
And pink.
rosado, rosado,
And marron, which is brown, with a double R and an accent on the O.
marrón, marrón,
And then the last three colors that we will learn in today's lesson. The first one is gray, which is very similar to English.
gris, gris,
And then the last two words that I wanted to include, which are silver and gold. So silver is plata,
plata, plata,
and gold is.
dorado, dorado,
Alright, so let's go over all of them one more time. So black,
negro,
white,
blanco,
red,
rojo,
orange,
naranja,
yellow,
amarillo,
green,
verde,
blue,
azul,
purple,
morado,
pink,
rosado,
brown,
marrón,
gray,
gris,
silver was plata,
plata,
and gold.
dorado.
Alright, so that's it for this first part of this colors lesson. In the next lesson, we will also have a look at, for example, different types of hair colors, and we will also try to make some sentences with the colors that we have learned in these lessons. Alright, that's it for today's lesson. I hope that this was helpful to you. Again, as always, you can download the reference sheet as a PDF file, and I really recommend you not to go through these lessons too fast, but really to take a moment and study the words and phrases that we learn in these lessons before you move on to the next one. Alright, anyways, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. And of course, I hope to see you in the next lesson. Adios.